I was super put off from watching this movie at first because of the whole multiverse thing, and I thought it would have just got too complicated. I wouldn't be able to follow the movie and everything like that. Because for me, I'm more of like a basic story kind of guy, more straightforward. I like this kind of movies. But this movie started winning a shit ton of awards, like a lot of awards. You know, even The Whale is winning a lot of awards. It's like these two movies were like the movie of the years, basically, 2022. And I just seen how the actors were so passionate about this movie and stuff like that. So I decided to give it a chance, and I'm really glad I did. This movie is able to combine action, comedy, and drama very, very, very well. And each actor here, you could tell that they were giving their A+ performance. I don't think any actor in this movie like fumbled anything. And yeah, it's a super good watch. And the whole multiversal elements in this movie, it doesn't become a jumbled mess, because movies that try to do things like this, or like with time travel especially, they become a jumbled mess, and it gets hard to follow. And that's why I'm super turned off from those kind of movies. But with this one, no, it's pretty seamless, it's pretty straightforward, and it uses the multiverse elements very, very, very well, and in a unique way too, which I'm pretty was pretty happy about. With Evelyn, she's a character that is always thinking about what could have been, and she's super unhappy with where she did end up. And she met Wayman. Wayman is her husband, and Wayman convinces her to leave to America with him to open up a laundromat. And Evelyn's father says, "If you leave with him, I'm no longer your father. You're no longer my daughter," and everything like that. But Evelyn chooses Wayman and leaves with them to the laundromat. And they're getting audited by the IRS, and think Evelyn's just she's just wishing things were better. That's the kind of character she is. And Wayman is a complete opposite of Evelyn. Wayman is always showing unconditional kindness, unconditional love, no matter what. He's always positive. He never thinks negatively. And he even at one in the movie, he's filing for divorce from Evelyn, but not to divorce her, but just to like get her to listen to him. Because he says, like, every time I try to talk to you, it's like you're somewhere else. You never pay attention to me. Wayman is definitely, all he needs in life is just Evelyn. As long as he has her, he's happy. But Evelyn is just, always not appreciative of the things she has around her. And she's, not paying attention to Wayman, and that's what's making Wayman sad. Joy, Joy just wants to be accepted by her mother. Joy, Evelyn's always is unaccepting of her sexual preferences and calls her fat at one point. And yeah, if it seems like every character here has a story to tell, which is pretty good. And even Evelyn's father, he's like really upset that Evelyn left them and stuff like that. And always says like, you never finish the things you start, like. And then the multiverse element comes in, where Evelyn meets this Alpha Wayman who says Jacobu. I know I'm getting that name wrong. What is it? What is it? Jobu, right? Yeah, Jobu. Okay. This person named Jobu is coming after her, and she needs to learn how to defend herself. And so that's where this thing called verse jumping is introduced. And basically, when you verse jump, you gain the abilities of that other universe, you. And so in one, Evelyn verse jumps, and that Evelyn in the other universe is a martial artist, famous martial artist. And so Evelyn in the universe that we're watching gains those martial art powers. And that's how verse jumping is introduced. But you have to do something super weird in order to verse jump. And that's why I think the comedy was done very well. You have to do something super, super weird and out of the box thinking to verse jump. And yeah, and Evelyn gets to see these other universes her, and it just makes her even more disappointed because those other universes her are like a singer and a martial artist. Those are like the three main ones that we get to see. And she's like, damn, well, you know, and those universes she doesn't have Wayman, right? She doesn't have Wayman. And so she's like, well, damn, if I never went with you, I would have been these things, right? And she's just definitely a person that looks more to the negative side. And even with Wayman, she calls him. She thinks that he's like a weak person and stuff like that. And at one point in the movie, says like, "What would your poor father do without me?" You know, what would your father do without me? And she definitely thinks like he needs me, and it's not the other way around. And so then we do get to see a universe where Wayman and her, they didn't end up together. You know, they didn't leave to America, but they end up meeting again when Wayman is like this rich, what is it? Rich something. He's super rich and famous. I forgot what he's doing in that universe though. But they meet again and they start get to talking about like, you know, what if we did leave together, blah blah. And in this scene, like the drama in this scene, or like the, you know, the drama element, whatever. This scene is very, very impactful. Like I'm surprised why people say they teared up on this scene. He tells her, you know, they didn't end up together, right? But he tells her, you know, Wayman, you know, all he needs is Evelyn and he's fine. As long as he has Evelyn, because that's the person he loves. That's the person he chose to be with. And in this universe, even though they're separated and they both got what they wanted, right? They find a way to come back to each other. And even though Wayman has his fame and success and everything like that, you know, I don't mind if we were just doing taxes and laundry. Fuck it, you know? It's super good. And that's when Evelyn, instead of looking at all the negatives of their relationship, she starts seeing all the positives, all the times that Wayman has made her laugh, all the things that Wayman has done for her. And they had this scene in the IRS where Evelyn stabbed Wayman with a piece of glass, and he's still showing unconditional kindness, just telling everybody to stop fighting, please stop fighting. And they end up looking into each other, and it's like they're like falling in love all over again. Like there's this oscillating light going around both of them. And for me, that was, you know, because when the light's oscillating, it's sort of changing their faces, kind of. And for me, that was every universe Evelyn and every universe Wayman falling in love again. And Evelyn learns to appreciate the things she does have around her. She gets to see, you know, even though there is bad moments, you still have those good moments, you know, and not everything is bad, not everything is lost. She gets to learn that, you know, to appreciate the things around her. And then with Joy, who ends up being Jobu basically, that Joy in that universe was forced to keep verse jumping by Evelyn, and she ends up snapping. And when she snaps, that Joy is able to connect with every single Joy in every single universe. They all become one. And because Joy can see everything in every single universe and everything like that, it's just, you know, she starts thinking it's just pain and misery. And she says, you know, what's the point of anything? What's the point? What's the point? You know, she's seen every universe and there's no point to it. No point to living. And Evelyn, because she starts verse jumping as well, she ends up becoming one with every single Evelyn. And the whole time we're thinking that Joy wants to kill Evelyn because Steve like forced her to keep verse jumping and she ends up snapping, right? But no, that Joy just wants Evelyn to feel the same pain as she does. And they have this bagel. Joy built this like bagel thing. It's a bagel. It's a black hole bagel. Super weird. And that's supposed to represent the emptiness that they both feel, that Joy feels, I mean. And Evelyn, when she realizes, what's the point of anything? Well, the point of anything is you have love, the connections you made, the love that you share, the memories that you make. That's the point of life. It's just, even though death waits you at the end, you have your time on earth. You have your time to make an impact on others. That's the point of living life. And Evelyn's able to teach this to Joy, and Evelyn, and then one cool thing in this movie, so Evelyn is not accepting of Joy's sexual preference, right? Joy has this girlfriend, and Evelyn doesn't like that. Well, in one of the universes, Evelyn ends up with the IRS. What's her name? It's Jamie Lee's character. Deidre. It's Jamie Lee Curtis' character. They end up together in that universe, and they're able to show love to each other, right? And so then that's when Evelyn opens up her mind to Joy being with the girl, and it doesn't bother her no more. She learns to accept it. And I thought that was a pretty cool element in the movie. And yeah, man, this movie, the action scenes are done very, very, very well. It's very entertaining. Especially in one part where the two guys were had to they had to shove these things up their butt so they could verse jump. It was pretty freaking funny. Drama. There's points in this movie where it gets super emotional and it's super good. And the comedy, the comedy I feel like is the best part of this movie, but yeah, comedy done super well. Those three things. A+ performance from everybody in this movie, and I can see why it's winning so many awards. And if you haven't seen this movie, do yourself a favor and watch it. It's really good. It's easy to follow. It's not a jumbled mess like I thought it was gonna be. Super easy to follow, very entertaining story. And yeah, man, like and subscribe if you want to, comment if you please. And yeah, thank you for watching.